Trade wars, election, there's a lot of confusion right now in Canada's real estate market. But how is the Kelowna real estate market faring? We're going to break it down because there are indications where we are breaking a lot of the trends on the micro level versus what the macro level in the government of Canada and what else is happening in the Canadian real estate market. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. There's a lot of different issues happening right now, but we're going to break it down. Where in this marketplace is the Kelowna real estate market heading, and where is it currently? Because we had reports from last month that Korea announced that there's a 10% drop in sales in the overall in for February. That being said, we did have an abnormal February for weather-wise, and that was that all the contributing? Because Toronto was down, which was bombarded and hit with the biggest weather events in a long time. They are down 28% in total sales. And when you look at Vancouver's real estate market, their sales were down 14%. And with Kelowna being a driver from outside investment and having a lot of outsiders move into our city, there is a lot of different opportunities here. And were we hit as bad as everybody? Well, the stats in February were up, and haven't been up, and they're continuing to increase. In the month of March here, we had 350. In the month of March here, we had 351 total sales, which compared on the 10-year average, 534. That would think that we're down quite a bit. However, with that average, we're still up 23% from where we were last month in February and 11% from where we were in the last year. So our trend and sales are continuing to increase here in the last year. And we did hit 354 sales in 2019. And that was really the last normal year of sales before everything kind of went bonkers. And so 350 sales in this March compared to what it was last March in 2019, we are back on track in a little bit more of a balanced market. But where we are seeing a little bit of a change is in the amount of inventory that we're having on the market. We are up 14% from last month and also 14% total inventory from where we were last year at the time. So if you look at it, we're at 3,084 total active listings on the marketplace. And that was compared to the 10-year average of 1,900. But with this increase about 15% in the marketplace, we haven't necessarily seen prices come down. And it's really going to be dependent on the type of property. So if we look at the active listings, which is in the blue here, and the sold price average, we have not seen the sold price average of homes really come down. And the total amount of inventory on the single family home side of things is still below where we were back in 2024. It is starting to increase, and we'll continue to need to watch that. But if we do take out the active number of listings, you can see here how the single family home prices has remained fairly consistent but actually increasing in the last little bit. We are starting to see a little bit of that trigger in the marketplace, in that buyer confidence is starting to come back. Now that interest rates are coming down, we are seeing more and more confidence in the marketplace and continuing to drive the average price point up. When you look at it, in the month of March, we had $1,215,000 for the average sale price. And when we're breaking that down, and the townhome market did also experience another increase as well in the average sale price on homes. We are starting to plateau a little bit, but with the average sale price hitting that $750,000 mark, there is, it's obvious that there is some confidence coming back to the marketplace and money's being reinvested in it. And even though we have seen that increase in inventory, the one marketplace where it is maybe impacting the biggest portion is in the apartments. So when we're looking at the apartments, we're seeing a little bit more volatility in the market and the price points and going up and down every month. And the average sale price in the month of March was $443, where in February it was at $500. So we are seeing more and more volatility in the apartment market, which makes sense because we do have Airbnb rules, we do have more inventory hitting the market, and there's a number of different factors that is really impacting that market. So if we look at the total amount of sales in the marketplace, we are seeing ebbs and flows here. So the green is the sales, and the red here is the inventory on the marketplace. This is for the total sales, including all different markets. And as we look at the townhome market, you're starting to see nothing really that is really jumping out. The one stat here is you do want to look at, and why I believe even with the increase in inventory. This is the one chart here that you'd like to see, even with the increase in inventory on the marketplace. This is for development properties, and that's where we're seeing a lot of increase in the inventory on the single family home side of things is on development properties. And we've seen there was a Bill 44 that the government of British Columbia introduced in 2024. And Bill 44, essentially it created more density ability on most single family lots on it. So everybody is creating a little bit more equal level playing field for single family homes. And the ones that previously had more of a premium in development, that premium was essentially almost erased because of the implementation, and 26,000 total homes were rezoned throughout Kelowna alone. So, and this impacted all the different markets with over 5,000 people. And we're looking at February 2024, once the city of Kelowna started to implement the new Bill 44 regulations, and we see the increase in inventory and spike on the development properties. When you look at the demand on the development properties, it's really petered out and hasn't really changed a whole lot, but it has remained fairly flat there, and even slight decreases there as numbers aren't making as much sense for a lot of developments. So when you are looking at the real estate market, you need to dive in and look at it individually and specific. If you do want to get a tailored approach to the real estate market, what you're either looking to buy or sell and invest in the Okanagan, we do have specialized programs for you to get you in and relocating wherever you need to go. So pick up that phone, let me know in the comments there what information you're looking for in the real estate market, and I'd love to help you out.